All right, as Congress gears up for their 2014 midterm elections, and it's going to happen. As Obamacare already has claimed its first congressional victim, it seems, Utah Democrat Congressman Jim Matheson. He's announced his retiring after 7 terms. He claims a Democrat cannot win in Utah due to the outrage over Obamacare. So is this just the beginning of a tough election season for Democrats, or just because it's Utah? Utah congressional candidate Mia Love, who almost won that seat, is running to fill Matheson's seat. She knew that right away was going to go anyway. Mayor, thanks so much for joining me. What's your reaction to Matheson's backing out of running again?
Well, you know, I certainly respect his decision not to run again and wish him and his family well. So we're going to it doesn't change our strategy. We're going to work hard to earn every single vote, and it's the same strategy.
You got so close to winning last time. It was one of the most expensive congressional races in the country. Now, this time, the advantage that I think Republicans have that voted against it is they did not vote for Obamacare. Do you think Matheson is just the tip of the spear on this?
Look, since March 23rd, 2010, since this law has passed, there have been 287 polls done, public opinion polls done on the favorability of Obamacare. All but 2 stated that Americans were not favorable to this bill. So there are going to be some backlashes, and people have to be held accountable for the decisions that they make. And going back and forth is not okay. I mean, this is something that the American people didn't want, and they're going to be held accountable for it.
When I watched John Boehner erupt late last week because the budget came out as a compromised budget, and a lot on the right, the Heritage Foundation and others, were lashing out. He lashed back. Where do you stand on this? Are you for the budget that was passed in the House and Senate? Now the House now is going to the Senate, or are you more towards the Tea Partiers who said, "Hey, I just don't like this"?
You know, I probably would have voted for it. However, does it go far enough to address our problems? Absolutely not. We need to be a little bit more aggressive in addressing some of our issues. I mean, we're looking at the amount of debt that we have, the spending. We have not done enough to control our out-of-control spending. I mean, the United States takes in more money than it's ever taken before, $250 billion a month. And we still, I mean, the reason why we got a downgrading in our credit rating is because we haven't really addressed our spending issues. We need to work a little bit more aggressively to solve those problems.
And Mayor, what would it mean to you to be the first African-American Republican to win a congressional seat in Utah?
Well, you know, I'm certainly not one that, you know, puts race into these, you know, into this equation. I just hope that I can bring people to come along with us. I hope that I can do everything I can to restore the American dream back to this country.